Surprise, we're all playing paladins now.
Hey,
no.
so welcome back.
Jesus.
Party of 5 paladins.
Starting scuffed, staying scuffed, as they say. So, yeah, welcome back, everybody. So last
Cue the bath
time
music.
there had been no, not yet. Calm
No.
down. So last time, you guys had all made your way through the city, deciding what to do, contacting Lady Powder, and have decided to at least have a conversation with the Stonemason. After a little while, and after some, we'll call it bickering, leave it there. You all have decided to at least go and see what he has to say. Although not everybody at the current moment is horribly happy with everybody else in the party. Yeah. So you guys had just been let in by, unless I'm mistaken, he was a dwarvish butler.
I think you are correct.
I would believe you
well,
are as well.
Yes. So yeah, you all. So as you guys are walking into this this large building, the doors swing shut behind you. And as you look left and look right, you see a very wide open space. Thin wooden walls lining. It's a large. Oh boy. This whole building is essentially one long hallway going in a square shape, if that makes sense. Long, thin walls going right and going left. Hall, almost 20 feet high. You look back and forth, and you would just see dozens and dozens of artifacts, trinkets, glass bottles, this, and that. Everything under the sun. Just weird stuff. Some of it looks crazy. There's a massive horned skull, the size of 4 carts, lying almost completely taking up one section of the hallway off to your left. Off to the right, you can see scraps of armor. This is a borderline horde level of, not that horde, a literal horde level of shenaniganry and just stuff. This old, long-bearded dwarf turns to you. Right, my master told me to take you this way, if you don't mind coming along. And he'll start gesturing over to the right.
Follow.
Yeah,
Follow.
Follow.
Just checking. I never know what you all are gonna do, so I always feel the need to make sure.
I'm gonna throw myself right out the window.
I'm gonna keep you on your
If
toes.
there's side halls, Traveler, I would like to keep an eye out because I know where or what the room that this scroll, or at least maybe not this scroll, but the scroll I'm looking for is in. You gave me like an aerial view of that room.
Yeah, you got a little aerial view. Speaking of little aerial view, you don't see like any exact details or whatever of it, but this looks very similar to what you saw.
Yeah.
Structurally, structurally, if that makes any sense at all.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I figured the moment I stepped inside, I'd see like the materials the walls were made out of and things like that.
Exactly.
And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
And if I
Exactly.
see, like, I'm going to keep my eyes open. Like, if there's hallways down, just keep with everybody, but look down the hallways and see if I see a room that has a familiar aspect to it. You know what I mean? That's it.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you guys head down the right. This old butler kind of just doing his best to clink along behind you as he's hobbling on his little short dwarven legs. You all are the first people to come through here who weren't scholars or great magicians. What to say, you're not exactly what I was expecting from an envoy of Lady Powder.
Does he make any particular, Do I get the sense that he can see through the illusion that's on me, or is he just saying that because we are still a ragtag group of nobody?
No, you guys are still a ragtag group. Make an insight check real quick.
You got
Mickey
it.
Longlegs, scary Ilya, the Blade Man.
Giant metal man.
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah. You gather he seems to be able to tell that you are under some sort of enchantment or illusion, but you don't think that he can actually see what you are exactly, if that makes sense.
Sure, he knows magic is happening, but doesn't know what I look like underneath. Cool.
Yes. Above table, it's the
Detect magic.
detect magic. You can't see what the spell is, but you know that there's a spell. Yeah.
Yeah, and what kind? Sure, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean,
Yeah,
he literally knows you're under illusion magic, so I guess it's pretty fair.
So yeah.
Yeah.
He goes down most of the hallway to the right, ends in a corner going to the left. Once again, I cannot emphasize enough how much just weird and random shit there is in this place. But after you've gone that way, and it's a long hallway, you make your left turn and you see more of the same, but about halfway down, there's an big old door on the left. So we'll lead you up there. It's still about a 2-minute walk just to get there. Slowly pulls up and just takes his little cane in his hand and using the metal bulge that he normally holds on the top, knocks on the door. You guys hear deep voice, like an iceberg. If you've ever heard an iceberg breaking, levels of deep and harsh. Come in. And you see as the doors, completely unbidden, just swing inwards, revealing a mostly dark interior.
I'll step inside.
Mickey's
Alright,
going to
I'll
follow
follow.
right after you nervously.
I walk inside, probably seeing what's in there, but I still walk
That's-
inside.
That's
You
true.
do have the dark vision. No, yeah, you have the dark vision.
Well, I also have dark vision up to 60 feet.
I
mean,
know.
I just love. I
I
love
know.
this. I just love the description. We're fairly dark inside. Not for me.
Nah,
Wahaha.
DM, I have dark vision.
I have dark
Sorry,
vision. What do I see?
I
I've
cast
lost
magic
my train
missile
of
in the
thought.
darkness.
So that just got a few of us killed, right?
You
No.
don't have dark vision anymore because
As
your
you-
eyes are spontaneously
Oh,
gouged
no.
out.
Oh god.
Can't have dark vision without any eyes.
Hot. I mean,
Can't pick locks without any fingers.
Exactly.
can't do
So
a
no,
lot of things. without
No,
fingers.
yeah, you guys do. As you guys are walking in, you see a Soulborn sitting on a desk. But he's unlike any Soulborn you've ever seen. The oldest you ever had one even seen was maybe in their early 30s. They all appear to be mostly youthful. This man is far from that, to say the least. It is ancient, is almost an understatement, I would say, as you guys are looking at this just almost withered face of this old and ancient Soulborn. Wrinkles on top of his wrinkles. Ancient, old, what looks to be 2 different books hanging from a, almost looks like a pair of, guns, but instead of guns, it looks like a pair of spell books holstered at his sides. An amulet with the symbol of the Granite Directory etched onto it, hanging from around his neck. Very plain brown tunic with just rough pants and a pair of nondescript shoes. Looks up at you and you can see even behind it all the light blue purple of the noble caste of Soulborn. And a pair of bright blue eyes glaring out from the wrinkled, sunken eyes. So you're the ones sent to negotiate with me, are you?
Yeah, so great, Stonemason. Mickey's of course got this extremely reverent attitude. It's very nervous to be in front of just, the great Stonemason.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So, the lady tells me that you have an interest in one of my scrolls.
Yes, great one. The lady requests I tell him the description of the scroll we received. That the Onyx family requests. They're willing to ally themselves with her in exchange for the scroll.
That upstart's still on her business, is she? Still trying to make change?
Yes, great Stonemason, sir.
Well, can't fault the youngin' for trying. And you all, this one's clearly some sort of fanatic. What are you all doing here? Supporting someone so far above your stations?
Well, we got tied in with her through one way or another. And favor was owed one way, then a favor owed the other, and we've ended up finding ourselves here.
Ah, well, it's understandable. It is fairly easy to get yourself indebted to one of my kind nowadays. And you, and he'll kind of turn to Ertos. What is a man of your skill and persuasion doing with a group of us? Shouldn't you be off killing and raiding some village?
He looks down to make sure the illusion's still there.
It is.
Oh god. I mean,
I feel like he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I understand the why you would think that, because a lot of people like me do that, but that doesn't really interest me. I prefer a more pillage and raid only when the people you're pillaging and raiding deserve.
Above table, you did eat a man.
He doesn't know
And-
that.
He was a bad man.
That doesn't
I
mean
was
he's
about-
evil.
I was about to say, to be fair, he did just say only those who deserve it, and I feel as though Chad deserved it fairly well.
And I do it again.
Fuck Chad.
Oh, Chad. But no, yeah. So he looks at Ilya next and just goes, "You're a curious one."
Am I? I feel like I'm just a normal person. Well, semi-normal, but
Well, just starting off, there's a lot of things wrong with that statement, but
that's
one,
fair.
it's not every day that you meet you're a Shatterkai, right? Not
Yep.
okay, yeah.
Shut our guy.
The Shatterkai are a rare feat in this realm. Not many came in the days after the defilement. And for two, meeting one truly touched by a god such as you is even rarer.
Turn to Ertos, whisper. Is she not an elf?
Of course not.
He'll you feel a hand. You don't see a hand, but you feel a hand kind of cuff you on the back of the head, Jay.
Oh.
Boy, do not think that I do not think to interrupt. Ignorance can only be combated with learning. And you don't appear to be learning if you are talking.
Can this like
So-
sink down a little? Like, oh, teacher just yelled at me.
That is exact. Yeah, that's exactly the. Yep. So we'll move on to Stormy. Weird question, Stormy. Your like scarf or scrap of cloth with that symbol. Do you wear it on the outside of your person?
Oh yeah,
or-
100%. If you look at my mini, I made it so the like waistband is the blue scarf.
Nice.
Like it
Okay.
is on the outside of the armor.
Okay. Just wondering. So yeah, he looks at you for a moment and just goes, "Another seeker of the lost city, huh? There are many who have committed themselves to that. I shouldn't call it lost cause, but certainly not an easy one.
Can I roll a history check since he actually said what it?
Sure.
See if it jogs anything.
Yeah, sure.
I have a +0, and that almost was a nat 20. I got an 8.
Other than that brief conversation that you had with the professor of ancient history, or not professor, but the student of ancient history in Bukata, it doesn't trigger anything extra. No.
Okay.
But yeah. So he'll looks on to you for a moment longer, Mickey, and will just go, Boy, what is wrong with your legs? I have the feeling that is not as you were designed,
Sorry, great sir. I accidentally equipped it cursed armor.
Ow. Well, these things happen. I run into many, we shall call them less than suitable magical items in my studies. Some of them do have rather unfortunate side effects. However, and you can see his eyes begin to burn an even brighter blue for a moment as he stares down at you. I think you have more pressing problems.
Yes, grade 1. Sadly, I am damaged and need repair. We believe it occurred during our last encounter with... Was it that, when we learned I was damaged? It was with the druids in the forest, right? So I would have thought it was the snake.
Yeah.
We were pressed real hard in the, in someone's trial. As we were facing a trial of a certain god.
No, that happened afterwards.
Yeah.
That happened after that happened after the dryads
We were
and
leaving
Paladin.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Dryad
true.
Yeah,
area
it was probably.
when that happened.
I mean, more than
Right.
likely, our last big fight than it would have maybe happened in was. I mean, it could have happened in any of the fights, but I'd like to think it happened in the Ustraki fight when everybody
Ooh, yeah.
got
that's a good one.
pressed.
Yeah.
The Ustraki fight.
So he looks onto you, Jay, and just goes, "You are." And you can see he actually like leans in to take a slightly closer look for a moment, and just goes, "Ah, you're one of the luck touched, aren't you? Well, this is an interesting group of yours, huh? And pray tell me, is it that I should share my scroll for the purposes of anybody who is not myself?"
I mean, could we just know what it is? Like, is that okay to ask? Because we don't really know what it does, and we're not sure why everybody wants it, including maybe a god.
Airtoes.
What?
Oh God, you say?
Like Airtos is too honest. That I feel like that's exactly what would have came out of Airtos's mouth.
That is
that's-
exactly
that
what
is-
came out of his mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
That was
actually.
not a throw. That was not a slip. That was 100% in character.
That is some
Hey.
very good in character.
And you just see Varen's face, like, it just bit straight into a lemon. Just the.
You had a 10?
Huh? What?
Nothing.
Never mind.
Okay.
Which god seems to have taken its interest in my artifact.
Oh, not mine.
That-
Oh, maybe this wasn't something I should have shared. But I mean, it's why we're here, so I feel like we should be honest, right, Baron?
Of course, we should be on. Like, and Mickey's gonna chime in. Of course, we should be honest with the Great One.
By chance, sir, if you don't mind, a little quick magic. Was this the scroll that everyone's so concerned of? And I'm going to prestidigitate a small version of the scroll in my hand. It's got to be tiny, but yeah.
Yeah. He starts looming over you to peer down at this little replica. Aye, that is the scroll that I have currently.
Then
And this
that would be my god, sir.
Looks you up and down. You're wearing a symbol of Lendis, right? Or do you have it tucked away?
I have it tucked away.
Either way, he looks you up and down and just goes, I wasn't aware that Lendis had any special appreciation for his brother's artifacts.
Excuse me. Truthfully, I'm really new to this. I like real new, like past like few months, and
To
then
what? Talking? Learning?
sorry, sir.
Roasting.
The god stuff, real weird. Still not completely used to it. I know a little bit. The best I have is, and I'm gonna pull out the on luck and fortune. The best thing I got was this.
Ah, that is the work of, oh boy, flipping to an entirely different section of my notes. Oh boy, oh, please tell me I wrote it down somewhere. Tell me I wasn't this dumb.
You wrote it down somewhere.
You did. It's right there.
You weren't this dumb.
Did
I
you
know.
Right
on
there.
that page.
I'm reading over your shoulder right now, and it's on that page right there.
Oh, thank you. Do you happen to have the author? I know what he
I-
did, but for me, I do not
I most
have the
certainly
name.
don't have that written down.
That's fine. We'll say his name was,
Wait, hang on. I might have it. What's the book called?
On luck and fortune.
Are you
Book
googling the
by Crow.
oh, yes! Oh, yeah, okay, yes, spelled Qrow. I remember that because it's, yeah, okay, no, yeah. What?
Welcome.
Nothing.
absolute genius?
Just picture Aiden sitting there with a Rolodex with all this information in front of him and just spinning through it real fast.
I wish it was that cool.
I'm
Buying
are
a
you,
Rolodex for Christmas.
listen, because, slight sidetrack. Are you getting what that's a reference to and that's why you're losing it?
No, I'll DM you
Oh,
later. I mean,
Okay,
maybe,
alright.
but there's a
Oh,
lot of
right.
reasons.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did this. No, we already had this conversation the
Yeah.
very first time I told you the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot that happened. Yeah, okay, I forgot about it. My bad. Yeah, I forgot. We've already had that conversation. Yeah, okay. So, right.
You had a conversation.
So yeah, he sits there and just goes, those are that's the work of, oh yes, the first priest of Lendis got stuck in the forest and somehow kept finding the exact right thing that he needed, yes. Began to worship the god of luck and was visited and all this nonsense.
Truth be told, I haven't necessarily gotten all the way through it, but yes.
I see. Well, I mean, that's as good a place to start as any for one such as yourself. And you say Lendis himself visited you, asked exactly what kind of interest did he show in this scroll?
Well, he showed me the scroll, and then he said to get it, to see it, maybe touch it. He wasn't too exact on the details. He just told me to trust him. Yeah.
How did this god appear to you?
Oh, it was horrifying. So I have a teacher. She is a mage. Really cool lady. She's in this town, or she was. Regardless, it was in a dream, and excuse me.
Keep going. We will address that later.
Oh, I was in a dream, and I came downstairs, and she was sitting like at a table across in a tavern, and it was, I don't remember if it was empty. It was kind of like fuzzy everywhere else. So I walked over to her and congratulated. Oh, I see her. She's my teacher. So I walked over, and all of a sudden, I blinked, and she disappeared, and then I blinked again, and she was in front of me, but she had like, well, see, this is the coin. This is like a coin of lettuce, and it was where her eyes were. And then it freaked me out a little. I'm gonna be honest. I tried to move, and I couldn't move, and then he gave me all the information that I've told you so far, and he just said, "Trust me."
That is certainly interesting. We will circle back to that. You said that your teacher was a mage in this town. I know many of the mages in this town. What is their name?
Miss Alwyn?
And you see a little, like, a very small, like, it's a little chortle, and a small smile begins to work its way up on the left corner of his mouth. Mage might be a bit of a stretch for that one, but she certainly knows what she's doing with magic. I will definitely say that.
Yeah, she tried to teach me magic stuff, at least a little bit. It didn't stick. I picked up magic along the way, but she got real angry when I started doing like this other magic. It was a whole thing. She got angry. But regardless.
Listen, there are multiple ways to achieve magical prowess. Not everybody has the mind for formulae and factors that require more traditional magery. Some people have their own ways. It is really up to you. Anyways, this is beyond. We are getting off of track. You ask what this scroll does. Turning to you, Stormy. I will be truthful for you. Although with some certain, with the amount of magic I have at my disposal, I at least know what it is called, but I've yet to be able to exactly figure out how to activate it, or surmise its function, or reproduce its function, if I could surmise its function. It is remaining quite a mystery to me, and I don't like mysteries. Well, I love mysteries, but I don't like when they stay hidden from me for this long.
What is it called, if I may ask?
It is called the Scroll of Balance and Justice.
Balance and justice. And also, you said one of their brothers' things. Is it
One of Lendis's brother's artifacts?
Yeah.
Oh, how much do you all know of our local pantheon of this world?
Can I make a religion check to see if I even know?
Yeah. Yes, go
Jack
for it.
shit.
I'm gonna assume
Very, very little.
That'll answer. My roll will answer. the
That
question.
was a natural 2.
Natural 20
Yes.
for a
Hey,
total of
alright.
I got a
24.
dirty 20 on my religion check. I was muted and talking.
Oh,
Fair
no.
enough. I
I'm
do
not
that
even gonna
quite
roll
a bit
Mickey
too, yeah.
Nice,
nothing.
dude.
That is fairly accurate, yeah. So yeah, I'll say Ilya and Mickey, you both know of the main deities. There's Lendis, the god of luck and mischief, Fenris, the god of law and order, the Sunrider, the god of light and kindness, the Undercaller, the goddess of darkness and death, the Wanderer, the god of choice, and I say humanity not in the sense of humankind, but in the sense of
Sentient species.
mercy, mercy and sentientness kind of thing. You know,
Free
the
will, kinda.
quality, free will, exactly. The
Things that
rotted
build
serpent,
homes.
the god of strength and hunger, and the wind splitter, the god of storms and nature. Of those main deities, there are two sets of siblings. Lendis and Fenris are brothers. The Sunrider and the Undercrawler are twin sisters.
Mm.
Those are the relations of the deities that you know.
So does the
That are fairly
Stormbringer
known.
have a, or Stormcutter? What do we?
The wind
Yeah.
He's a
splitter.
single child.
Wind Splitter.
No, he's he's a single child
I
essentially.
was like, what's the
Everybody's
opposite of
favorite
the
cousin.
air
Who's
god?
their father?
What was Fenris again? What was he under?
Fenris is the god of law and order.
Who's the father?
Thank you.
in this
Dong
relation?
dong.
Nobody knows.
The father?
If they're brothers, there's got to be parents, right? I assume.
Let me.
I mean,
uh,
not necessarily.
That might be grasping at straws when it comes to gods.
I was about to
Yeah.
say it's less of a brothers in the sense of they were born together, and more in the sense of
They came from the same origin.
yes, they come from the same origin. I'm trying to think about how to put this.
Two sides of the same coin.
Two sides of the same coin. Yes. On the one hand, you have randomness and playful fun, and on the other hand, you have the embodiment of no, the rules are the rules, and everything has order. They are two sides of the same coin so they're referred to as brothers. As to whether they are literal siblings, it is not necessarily known. I'm talking about from a religious standpoint. Those four are referred to as siblings, not necessarily that they are.
God.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, that makes sense.
Should have been more clear, I guess. I don't know.
You're
Anyways,
good. You're good.
So yeah, as you guys think about it, he will, for those of you who don't know, start relaying that information to you all. Finally getting done with. As far as I can tell, this here scroll that I have acquired is in some way related to our local god of justice and law, Fenris. And yet, I cannot seem to get it to work somehow. I am not certain. I do not know exactly why it will not work for me, but I cannot attune to it. I have not been able to make others attune to it. Even using advanced mageries at my disposal, it will not reveal its function or exactly what it will do to me, and therefore I have no idea. I am stumped for the first time in millennia.
You've tried a lot of things, and I know well. Have you tried somebody like me?
The luck touch, they're not horribly common, but if you would like to come and try, that is acceptable.
I drew for above table. Drew for your hope of sake. I hope this scroll just disappears.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, let's fuck around.
And find
Look around and let's find out.
Right this way. And he'll rise, and even hunched and old, this guy is still about 10 feet tall. Grabs himself a thick, gnarled staff from off to one side of his desk, and will stand up and start walking, one hand lightly on it as he walks kind of hunched over. Hangs a left and immediately begins walking off. The question is, if we are not able to discern the truth of this matter, what is it that you all want from me? Why? I, personally, do not like letting go of things until I have had further time to experiment and possibly replicate their magical effects, and I am under no real disillusionment to begin now.
Well,
I mean,
Mickey is gonna chime up and basically tell In regards to what we heard from in the drowned, what was it in the drowned
Concord.
Concord? God, so close, so close. About this scroll apparently being enabling the Onyx family to secure the city for themselves. That someone told them that if they can get their hands on this scroll, they'll be able to own the city completely.
It's like, I mean,
What is
you aren't able to unlock its powers, Mr. Stonemason, sir, I don't know what they're going to be able to do, right?
It might not be much of a risk.
There is a difference, young man, between cleverness and wisdom. And while the Onyx family may not be a very wise people, they are unprecedingly clever. And more importantly, they are cautious. So if they really think it will provide them that much advantage, I would gather that they know something I do not. Only a fool thinks that he knows everything. And I have spent a lifetime trying to learn everything. So, and I'll say at this point, you guys have walked about. You guys have walked to essentially the opposite side of this square building, this hollow square, if you will, from where you started. And yeah, as you start getting close, Jay, things start looking real familiar. Until after a moment, you guys come up and you see a lot. You see hanging on the side of it. It's not very big. It's about a foot wide and about 18 inches long, hanging off a set of some sort of completely white wood, not bleached, not like a bleached white, but like naturally grown, pure, incandescent white wood. It would look fake if you weren't seeing it. You would think it was fake if you weren't seeing it up close in your own eyes. A thick, leathery, barely counting as paper papyrus stretched between it. Black patterns with little spots of color appearing and then disappearing, swirling and undulating across the entire surface.
Oh, it just clicked. I get it.
So, what do I touch it? What do I?
Feel free to touch it if you think it will help. I do not know that it will, but I will not tell you that it won't.
I'm gonna grab my symbol of Lendis, hold it in my hand, and I'm gonna walk over. And do I feel anything as I start to get close to it?
No.
All right. I'll pick it up, I guess.
Yeah, you pick it up off the wall. It's just hanging from a very small tack-like nail. You pick it up. It's exactly as I've described already. Getting closer, you almost fall. Like as you're looking at the swirls, it does seem to like mesmerize you for a moment almost before you come back to yourself. It's completely random. It is exactly as I have described.
I'm gonna attempt to. You say attune to it like a magical item, right?
Yes, I've tried.
I will.
Is it okay if he tries also?
But of course, I have interest in studying and replicating whatever this thing does. I do not necessarily need the object itself once I have done that.
All
That
right.
makes sense.
Just to be safe and for everyone, here, Airtos, can you hold this? And I'm gonna give you Little Mickey to have yet another option of recording.
Okay.
I don't appreciate this, and I will let that be known.
Well, listen, if whatever happens here and you explode, We still have video proof.
Fair enough.
All right, I'm. Let's see if this does anything. And I'm going to sit and attempt to attune to this scroll, I guess.
So yeah, attuning does take an hour, so everybody get cozy. You watch as Jay, you kind of lay there, letting yourself into whatever space inside of your head that you're just hanging out there. And as you're reaching out with, I don't know how to describe magical senses, but your magical senses from whatever they may be, to try and connect with this item. You know that feeling where you're asleep and you suddenly feel like you're falling and then you wake up?
Yeah.
You essentially get that, but when you open your eyes, you find yourself on cold cobblestone floors where you were just on wood, some wooden planks. You look up and around you and you see ancient gray columns sticking up into an endless sky. Looking up, you see, speaking of which, a near endless sky. This look of it's vaguely cloudy, but for the most part, it is just pitch black above you. There is nothing up there. And as you begin to look around, you see, sitting in front of you, or for what get just in a direction, there it's all literally the exact same. Take your pick. A singular set of scales, massive in origin, like as tall as you are tall, set of weighing scales, just sitting there, on the stone floor.
All right. I'm gonna get up. Do I have my things? At least some of my stuff?
Yeah, you've got everything on you.
All right. First thing I'm gonna try to do is use the bracelet.
Okay,
Can anybody
what do you
hear
say?
me?
No response.
Fuck. I'll walk up to the scales.
Okay. You walk up to the scales. You walk up to the scales, and yeah, you see on the scales, on the one side, appears to be a singular book, a thin notebook, resting lightly on one side of the scales. On the other side is completely empty.
Be careful.
Can I see the notebook? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it
It's closed. It's just resting on the side of the scale.
but not
Is it
in the
on it?
scale. It's not affecting the weight of the scale, is it?
No, it's not. It's not affecting the weight of the scale. No.
Okay, I'll take the notebook and I'll open it and try to read it.
You open it up, and this is a kind of like fill-in XYZ from your backstory moment. You find every deed that you would consider wrong, every unlawful little act of which there have been a lot in your life, have been
Not a small book, then. You gotta
not.
rephrase
Oh
that.
no, it's
Traveler.
tall. No, we're getting there. Hold on. Is written out in just bold red ink. As you look on at this scroll, it's one of those things where it's like you turn a page, but it doesn't even feel like you've turned a page. So while it looks like it's only like 10 pages thick, made out of that same thick papyrus that was on the scroll, you turn as many pages as you think it would take to get through all of Jay's misdeeds.
God damn.
All right. And it's all there in detail. I'm
It
assuming?
is all there in detail. As you approach the end, do you read all the way through it? Sorry, I should ask.
I'd
Do we have enough
read-
time
I'd
for him to read all the way
okay,
through?
okay, guys. I'd read through the
I don't
beginning,
know the decision's
trying to
longest.
get understand what's happening, and then skip a bit forward. And all right. What's the most recent thing in the book?
Oh gosh. Well, here's the interesting thing. It is based. It seems to be at least based off of, a lot off of your perception. So, what is the last thing that Jay perceives himself as done wrong?
Set up the party to.
Yeah.
Set up
So,
the
yeah.
party.
Yep. That is the very last entrance. Is you setting up the party. Yeah, to very possibly get ambushed. And as you flip the page over, on the very next page is only... Wait, how many words would that be? 5 words. How heavy lie your sins?
How heavy lie my sins? I'm gonna look. I want to examine. Is there any other markings, anything on this scale?
No. It is a single set of brass, very finely made, finer than any human smith could ever make, but they are just a set of brass scales.
When I place the book in the scales,
Yeah.
does it move?
Weirdly enough, it doesn't.
Yeah. And there's nothing in the opposite side?
No, nothing. We'll come back to you really quickly.
All right.
Going back to everybody else, you watch as Jay sits down with this thick scroll and begins the process for attunement. I don't know what that actually looks like. I'm assuming you just kind of hang out with it. And as he does, this ancient soulborn will turn to you all, and we'll turn to you, Mickey. And little one, I do have a question for you.
Certainly, great one. Whatever may your question be. Mickey's still like fanatic.
Oh, I know, I figured. Yeah, we'll just look at you for a moment. You are aware that you are damaged. Are you truly aware of what this damage is doing to you?
According to my calculations, I'm done within about a month.
Give or take, but you're about right. That is not of what I was referring to. You see, you seem to have assumed that this damage happened recently. More recently, at least. But I do have a question. What is the first thing that you remember? I mean, truly.
Waking up.
Truly.
Waking up in a junkyard. At least and Mickey's gonna pause for a second and realize that he has further memories, but for some reason he recognizes the junkyard as the first,
Yep.
and kind of then go kind of mention that he feels like I feel like I have older memories, but the junkyard feels like the first.
Well, I have made a share of automatons in my day. Most of them used a singular spell as a core, a power source. You were built differently. You have raw, somehow, through a process in which I would love to talk to whoever made it, somebody was able to use raw magic, pure wild energy as your source of power. It means that you can repair yourself. Will never truly break.
Mickey's a little proud of this. Just like
And somehow, and he will look like I said, like his eyes even more than before seem to be glowing, just vibrant deep blue. You seem to have acquired a soul through the process, through some act of magic that I cannot claim to have ever seen.
sorry, grade one. I'm unaware what a soul is, so I am not aware of this soul and or the process by which I acquired it.
I don't need not to acquire a soul. I assure you mine is sufficiently damned. But I am curious. That was the damage, you see. All of the things you've been through these last months, they were not the cause of your damage. This initial event was. I'm not sure what it was, and I would love to speak to somebody who did, but
Mickey is going to mention his creator, which, God, time to look
oh,
through the
yep,
backstory.
yep, yep. Hold on, I've got it not pulled up, but I have it very easily to access. Drumon, the dwarf.
Drummond,
Yeah.
yes. I'm going to say, hey, Drummond was my creator, the dwarf Drummond.
I see.
He should
He's
hold
one of,
the answer.
he is one of Lady Powder's assistants, yes? One of her new take-ins of the different races into the Grand Directory.
Certainly.
I see. Well, that is... The fact that he was able to accomplish this speaks volumes that her idea is a sound one.
Mickey, once again, proud. Just a little proud. He's not going to mention the fact that he was thrown away because of the new model, because he's kind of still sore about that. But proud. He's very cool and interesting. Yeah, getting the attention of the Great One.
Yeah. While I cannot speak for your creator, I can say that I don't know if you have something that can be repaired. Or if you are repaired, if your source is somehow replaced, that you somehow won't come out as an entirely different being than you were. I'm sorry, little one, but whatever wild magic decided to give you a soul, it's not something that I or any wizard, no matter how great, can easily reproduce, if at all.
So, Mickey is going to respond. Don't be sorry. I am glad to be of use.
He'll kind of chuckle. He'll chuckle to himself at that, and I hope that you are serving people worthy of such devotion.
And Mickey's just gonna chime up. Yeah, Lady Powder's great. She says I'm the most special automaton she's ever seen.
Well, she would be a blind fool if she didn't. I have never yet to meet an automaton with to even half the level of sophistication, much less a soul. That thing, and he'll gesture to the MK4Y that is, I believe, currently held by Airtos, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
While much more compact, is a much more standard one. I will need to talk to this Truman and see exactly why he decided to use such a power source on, of all things, a laboratory assistant.
He's
A
still
worthy
kind of proud of himself. Just had a.
So he will, well, you all have the privilege of being in the presence of one of the top scholars and wizards of the entire tyranny. Do you not have any requests or questions that I can answer?
I have a question, and Stormy immediately, as soon as he says, "Does anybody have any questions?" Stormy immediately is like raising his hand.
Yes, Mr. Blue One.
Um, Stormy, sir.
Stormy. Of course.
Yes. Um, you know what this symbol is, and I'm pointing at the symbol on my scarf or whatever it is now.
Yeah,
Rag.
well, yeah, that's fair. I am no ancient historian, but I am aware of the stories, legends, and the general tales about that place, yes?
Well, I have no memory prior to a few years ago. This is all I have from before that. Do you have any information, any books, maybe scrolls that I could read on my own, not to take your time away from you, sir?
I may be a stuffy old member of a tyrannical race, but not even I will take away the search for one's past from him. One of the leading scholars of the Lost City was a student of mine. I believe he sent me a copy of his work some odd years ago. And he'll kind of like look back. Bale, and you watch his little butler's just kind of been standing off to the side this whole time. Could you take him to go see? Can you take him go see Granny's work? I should have a signed copy somewhere. He sent it to me when he finished. Right, I can take him there. Come along, lad. And he'll trundle down. You'll head off into the bit that you haven't seen before. Hang a left. You can see that massive skull still sitting in that far corner at the very end of this hallway. And he'll walk a little down, start running a finger along a bookshelf, pull out a relatively thin tome of books, of a book, and blow some dust off and give it to you.
I'd happily take it and thank you so much. And as we start walking back, like Stormy has it open and he's trying to look into
yeah.
it, trying to read it.
So yeah, you'll read it. This was written by a Soulborn scholar named Gran, Gran. As you're reading it, most of it is stuff that you already heard from the previous scholar or other people. That symbol's brought up a couple times, and it talks about how when studying truly ancient civilizations of fish people, whether they were mer people, Sahwagin, very basic intelligences and civilizations, they found essentially like underwater cave carvings of this symbol along with a symbol of a city that was always appeared odd, like it was sitting on top of a like it was sitting on top of something, if that makes sense. Not necessarily on top of something, but it was always depicted as almost floating in the way that it was depicted on a massive boulder as opposed to on land.
Okay.
Although, granted, those people didn't necessarily know what land is. Some people have theorized that it's a floating city or some sort of flying city, a civilization from before the defilement. However, most have written it off. He does talk in depth about how most have written it off as either it went down during the months and years and decades, possibly millennia. Nobody really knows because there's no actual record of that time, of storms and earthquakes and volcanoes and just like constant class 9 disaster that followed, the gods killing the defiler. But as far as new information, there is a couple little footnotes at the end. Some people, most have been written off as either mad or suffering from some sort of heat stroke or something like that, have claimed to see a city in the clouds. Mostly seen along Mindstone or Beast Pen on the island of Heartstone. Those. The fact he notes that it's interesting that while it technically has been seen all over, there is a more than greater consistency in Mindstone and Heartstone of a common shared delusion of a city in the clouds, saying that possibly there was some merit to the theory, but that's the only footnote that he has.
Okay.
All right.
And I look at him. I go, do you want? I got the information I need. Do you want this back?
My master has a very good memory. I will see if he wants me to. We'll ask him when we get back, huh? I think.
All right.
Right, let's get going then. Come on, join your friend. Actually, I'll say by the time you read through it all, you're already probably about back to your friends. So we'll kind of like tap his master on the. At this point, he's a dwarf, and this guy's massive. He taps him like the side of the knee. Master, would you like Gran's work back? He'll look over at you and just. I don't feel any need to take back that work. It is a good research, but not something that I am overly interested in, at least at the moment. Now, if they have some sort of magic that I've never seen before, or if they ever decide to touch down, I would most certainly love to spend the rest of my life studying in such a place, but I cannot think of any practical use for his journal, his research, so take it, young man, if you wish.
Thank you. And I tuck it away in my pack.
All right. Jay is still sitting there, and you all are just kind of staring at him. Is there anything that you all would like to do? Because I'd say we're still only about 15 minutes into an hour-long process of...
Mickey's going to sit silently in contemplation.
Okay. Alright. So,
What did he say before Stormy went away? He asked us if we had questions? Is that what he said?
yeah, he was just asking if you have any questions for one of the oldest and leading scholars and wizards of his
I wish
age.
I did. To be the
Hey,
person
questions?
to ask, but I don't have questions.
What? Hey, big ancient magic man. What does sword do? Why sword speak to me?
Oh shit, no.
You're not there.
Yeah, and I don't think that's something that he wants to ask about to
Okay.
big, scary, ancient Soulborn.
Fair. He seems pretty nice so far.
Yeah. Once again, Lady Powder's faction is the best faction.
Okay.
Best faction.
Alright.
Best faction.
Alright, don't lesser of two evils your way into this, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lesser of two evils, Powder is the most good of goods.
Anyways,
Mhm.
so unless anybody has
Be
any
real.
other things they're gonna bring up for him.
Oh, actually, yeah,
Oh, okay,
I
sure.
do.
Sure. Yeah.
This might be obvious, but I'm guessing you had someone who was like faithful to the god of law and order try and attune to this scroll. What happened then?
I spoke to one of our judges. They all follow Lendis or Fenris.
Yeah.
Sorry, other guy. All of the judges of our land follow Fenris. No, granted, we don't have many judges, as for the most part, the Soulborn rulers are the law. But lawmasters, lawkeepers, and those sort of people who advise Soulborn on the exact letters of the tyrant's edicts, are all required, and smaller town judges and levies are required to have at least one person within proximity who worships a god devoted to justice, and, well, I could not get any of them to attune to it either. It is very odd.
Huh. I mean, if it's an artifact of him, you'd think that his people would. Interesting. I guess I'm just a little concerned what's going to happen to our friend.
I
So I was
wouldn't be
just trying to see if.
I wouldn't be horribly concerned. Only 2 of them were rendered inane. I
Oh,
wouldn't be too concerned.
I mean, 2 is a lot.
It was 2 out of 5. I wouldn't be
Okay.
horribly worried.
Do you
I
know
guess
how it happened?
I'm uncertain. The 3 before them couldn't attune to it at all. Well, I apologize. One tried to attune to it. He spoke of gales and of no, not your scales.
Oh.
Scales for weighing things.
Oh, like, okay, for balance, that makes sense.
Yes, he spoke of scales and of a book. But he refused to speak of any more, simply saying that it was not for him. Which was why I'm so curious. I figure I had the same inclination as you, young man, that if this was indeed a scroll of some sort dedicated to Fenris, that his people would be the ones to attune to it. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem the case. Or at the very least, if that is the case, then he has taken a very roundabout way of doing so.
Okay, well, I mean, nothing I can do. I just was curious.
Of course, once again, just because you all are short-lived and, well, less than able when it comes to certain things, does not mean that that curiosity should not be sated and questioned. Anyways.
Is it possible that I could sit down near Baron?
Sure, yeah, if you want to.
Like, just
Well,
next.
Yeah, he's literally just like crisscross applesauce in the middle of this place, this one long hallway. It's not hard to sit down next to him now.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was, like, taboo for the process, or if they would say...
Oh, no, that's not part of attunement. Attunement, as far as I know, is just constant contact, and yeah, that's pretty much the only normal...
That's how I understand it as a player. I just wasn't sure if... the
Yeah,
Stonemason
no,
would
that's
be
how...
like, "Get away."
yeah. No, he's not, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sit down next to him, just to sort of, like... I think I'm gonna match his breathing as he breathes.
Okay.
And then that way I can just be a little bit more in tune with what's happening to him physically.
Roll me a
necessarily
medicine
spiritually.
check.
Oh yeah, medicine. Oh, actually, wait, it's wisdom. Oh, I'm good at this.
You
Okay.
got this. You got this.
I thought it was fucking intelligence. I
Nope.
got this with a natural 4. That's an 8.
He's
You
breathing.
got this.
He's breathing.
All right, no change. That's good.
Good change is
Oh.
good change.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it. Yeah. So cutting back to you. Yeah. What are you doing, Jay?
Well, I think in the meantime, I've been like... Well, the first thing I'd do is probably like...
Well, no, this isn't in the meantime. Remember, you are still in this weird space. This is
Yeah.
taking an hour, so I figured I'd let the other people have
Alright.
anything they want to do
Alright.
happen. So,
And this scale's like big enough for like me, right?
Well, the center stem is as tall as you. You would have to like cannonball into the water type curl up to fit in the basket itself.
I'm gonna put my hand and try to force, like, gently at first, but see, can I move the scale myself?
No.
Can you put money on it?
I'll put my symbol of
Ooh.
Lendis on the opposite side. And the book on Luck and Fortune.
So you're putting them on
Same side?
either sides?
I was gonna put the
No, sorry. As in you're putting them on opposite sides of the notebook of
yes.
essentially your. Okay. As you look, that it's still not moving. But no, yeah, it's still not moving.
You know what my plan was? I still think it's a valid plan.
I'll try to put the stuff on the other side.
Doesn't-
do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
Oh shit.
I'm telling you. I feel it in my bones.
I'm gonna leave my symbol on the right hand side. And then I'm gonna pull out a dagger
Sure.
and I'm gonna cut my hand and bleed it
Okay.
into the
Roll the attack roll for yourself.
attack or damage.
Damage, sorry. Is it you're letting the attack hit you, so damage, yeah. You miss your hand. No.
You cut your ankle.
I
Don't know how
avoid my
much you
own
did.
attack.
Can I use the dodge action?
6 damage.
With sneak attack. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
And did you activate the poison? Is the
Yeah,
poison
Have an ally
going?
within
Oh,
5.
right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So yeah.
Technically, good point though. 7 damage.
Oh, okay. But no, yeah. So as you watch drips and drops of blood powdering, each one almost seems like a small quake is sent through the scale, and it slowly begins rocking back and forth. And
Well, it
back
seems like someone was right.
and forth. And you hear something. A deep voice, deep and booming, reaching out to you. You think yourself worthy of my treasure, do you?
Landis certainly thanks him.
Gonna be honest. Who I assume is Fenris. I don't deserve much. But if what I'm doing can help restore order to a place that's been lacking it for way too long, it's not gonna stop me. I'll bleed myself more.
Oh, okay. The drops hit the scale. You hear the same voice booming out to you again, humorless and flat. You think to pass judgment on others. You. A man so far into the gray that you couldn't see yourself on a cloudy day.
Is Drew gonna become a paladin?
don't hold myself above any of these other people. Those sins, those things I've done, I carry them. And they weigh down on me every moment. I'm lucky. Or at least that's what everybody tells me. It doesn't feel like it. But it's time for me to help more than I've hurt. And I can tell you for certain, this wasn't my idea. But I'm here to see it through.
Okay. You hear the voice again. Only those who hold themselves equal to all others can truly judge them. Justice must be blind. Blind to circumstance and blind to all else except the guilt and right and wrong. Worthy you may not be, but humble. Humble you are. I will not take anything from you. And you may go. Take my treasure for a time. And see where being a key bearer gets you. And you open your eyes. And you are attuned to the scroll of judgment and of justice and shit. What was it? Brain.
Balance and something.
Balance and justice. That was what it was. Yes. Sorry.
Ah, fuck. Is my hand bleeding?
Yep.
Ah,
Do you know what the scroll does now?
Did-
Whoa.
Did his hand just like erupt into blood, or did we watch him literally stab himself?
No. So as he comes and starts waking up, it's more of like a you blink and it's there kind of effect.
Okay.
How'd that happen?
ah.
You got a paper cut.
It's a bit
Is that
more
what
than
the
a
scroll
paper
does?
cut, Stormy, but thank you.
Big piece of paper.
Some of us.
Fuck.
Did it work? Did you learn stuff?
Do
Are you
I?
attuned to it?
I mean, yeah. Did I attune to
Yeah.
it?
You are tuned.
What are its effects?
So, oh boy, yeah.
Blow us all up.
Everybody explode. No. So, a number of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus. Sorry, I'll say it then, write it, because I only have it on paper and I can't exactly send it to you while it's just on paper.
Yeah.
You can take the scroll and write a creature's name. Now note, you have to know their real name for this. That is important. Or at least find out their first name. You don't need the whole name, but you need to know their name.
True first name.
True, yeah, exactly, at least.
Okay.
Any damage that they deal to you, keep a tally of. Once per day, you can use an action called Casting Judgment. And as long as they have done more damage to you than you have done to them, however much damage they've done to you, they take it as force damage. Halved. Sorry, halved. They take it halved as force damage.
How
Still very
is it like an
powerful.
action to put their name into it?
Yes, it is an action to put their name on the scroll. Yes.
Okay, I just want to know because like
Do
if
it
he
out of
pops it
combat.
during combat, yeah, but in middle of combat,
Yeah,
I
in
can
middle
see it
combat, it's
being
not that
popped
useful.
too. I mean, he's ranged.
Man, I'm
True,
so
he's
glad
right.
I'm tanky.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
it would
ranged. You just have to get back behind everybody, put it in there, and then.
you just need to go defensively, right? You're a paladin now, right?
No.
It changed.
Yeah,
No,
that's
nothing's changed.
Hey, do you want your heavy armor back?
Oh,
No stats of any kind or classes have changed. You are still you.
Aw.
I'm not going to force him to be a paladin.
It would be hilarious.
no, we've already talked about that.
You sounded so upset.
Well,
Yeah.
this is
Like a single tear. We've talked about that.
um. Oh. Um,
Now I
Uh,
just kicked me.
Mr. Stonemason, I did it.
Well, I gather from the fact that you're not gibbering on the ground like a monkey that you did it. What exactly does this thing do?
And I will relay that to him.
Yeah.
It didn't tell me, and it spoke to me. Something spoke to me. It called me a key bearer.
Hey, we know that word.
Isn't-
Oh, you weren't there for that. In the trial, the dungeon trial that when you were stuck here, the aspect of hunger called me that.
Oh, all right.
I don't know how that's relevant to this, but I know things. That's it.
What
Continue.
what is a key bearer?
I have researched every book, everything, and every magic that I could find on this world. And I am afraid to tell you that I do not know. Now, down to business. I will need you to perform this magical act, and I would like to see and set about trying to replicate its effects as soon as possible. You say that you must write in this book, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
Right, well then. My real name
Oh,
is...
are you sure, sir? I mean, we can
Trust
be
me,
one of
I
us.
I am fine. My real name. Or at least the first one. Is Bray. B-R-A-E.
All right, and I will write the name into the book.
It's not a book, it's a scroll. It is still just the scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch as you write it, and the ink just kind of like merges with all the other swirls of ink. So you say that it is retaliationary, yes?
I believe so. Please.
Excellent. And he reaches
Oh,
out,
God.
and he's going to shockingly grasp you.
Okay.
All right, that's not only a
Well,
candle.
yeah, he doesn't. He's not going to kill you.
Disintegrate.
He's just
He
gonna
needs
hurt
you.
you.
He needs you for his research.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how much, like, at what level
Mickey-
he
Oh yeah,
is,
that's a
'cause that's a
20
lot of
that's a
damage.
23.
Mickey is looking
Ah!
jealously at at Barrett, like this bitch.
Oh, he touched you.
That
Be of
is
use to the Stonemason.
that is 15 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
That's not terrible.
Ouch.
Yep.
So,
Ouchies.
So
all right.
you look down. You can see where his name had faded before. It's now lightly, fairly lightly, glowing and stable on the page, whereas before it had joined in with the rest of the swirling mess of colors and ink. Go on, I need to see the effect. I don't care, it's fine.
All right. And I have to say their name.
Say
for
their name.
retaliation.
Yep.
Please don't hurt me again after this, specifically for this once. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Bray.
And you watch as it's like it's fairly dim because this is only 7 points of damage, but you watch as a radiant glow builds around him, and you can see the effect it has immediately, like almost like it compresses and squeezes him for a moment before letting him go. He appears, once again, it's 7 damage. He appears fairly unfazed.
Oh, come on, that didn't bring him close to dead?
No. He's old. He's still not that old. Still kicking. So he'll look at it and just go, that is fascinating. So, does force damage. I would have thought it is radiant because it was judgmentally based. But it doesn't. And he'll begin. You watch as he pulls out a little monocle and begins to like shine it. He kind of just takes it out of your grasp without really asking. Sets it down on the ground, and even at his age, is like old school crisscross applesauce examining this thing.
Perfect. Ow. Fuck.
Mickey would offer to heal you, but he's still pissed at you for being more used to the Stonemason.
Do you want your hand and everything patched up? And she's not even waiting for you to respond. She's already pulling out her medkit.
Thank you. At least, I mean, I can live with the hand. I don't know how to fix the shocking.
Add 10.
You get used to it.
It is minor electrical shock.
Oh, he's fine. He's
being a white
he's
baby.
just
He's taken worse.
I would take a shock for the Stonemason any day.
That's what she said.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Add
Less?
another 6 to that. No,
Oh.
add another 6 to that.
Oh, cool.
Wow,
All right,
you just
well,
went to a different
All
dimension.
right, then we're good.
I forgot about
Nice.
that thing I got.
That was
Yeah?
the shocking damage, basically, that you healed me for.
Zering.
Yep.
So. Oh, good.
Oh,
That was
God.
a noise.
Stop it.
I think
Aaron, you are.
Stop
Drew,
it.
stop talking for a second. And fix
Drew's
your-
getting murdered.
If I hear
like
the
a
word
fucker.
Dalek come out of your mouth, I'm leaving.
Exterminate.
Exterminate.
That was like
Very-
someone taking a record off a record player very, very poorly.
That was definitely a record scratch. Yes. I
Yeah, it
agree.
was.
And it wasn't the good kind.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like you go to the club and they're doing it great. It was like someone fucked up real bad.
Well, good thing I was physically hurting, so that's
Oh,
it's just
it matched
continued
the vibe.
continuity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yes. We're good.
Okay.
To dedicate to his character, he also cut his own hand. in real
Please
life.
don't say
I'm,
that.
I'm sorry, I'm not there to actually like patch you up.
No,
But,
it's all right. I live with the scars.
Wow.
Just like Varen. Aw.
Yeah,
The scars make 'em, yeah.
That's why he really hates combat. Is he does it to himself every time Traveler hits him.
It's so method, Drew. I
Bro,
didn't
it's
take you
it's
for
rough.
a
It's
hardcore
rough
actor.
over here. Yeah. The Unipo
neighbors
damage
constantly get
really put me
called.
through a loop.
Damn, when are we gonna fight our next plan?
Suddenly, roots. No, I'm kidding.
I gotta go to Home Depot.
I think that would scare me more than it would scare him.
God damn, that was not that funny. I shouldn't have laughed that hard. So, yeah. All right.
Well, how? I mean, the Stonemason is like giga focused on this, right?
Oh yeah, no. You guys are like, in the most kind way I can say this. You guys are like dirt on this man's shoes right now. He could not care less at the moment.
All right.
You don't have to
so,
be kind.
You are seeing what Lady Powder meant when she said, like, fanatical, borderline obsessive with his projects.
So what are we gonna do?
I mean, I feel like that's something. If he allows it to leave this place, something we should probably keep on you.
I mean, also especially if it's a key, whatever that means, and you're now a key bearer. That feels a little more significant than just like, yeah, sure, I'll give it away to whomever.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let Drew keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know who Drew is, but
I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me. We're gonna let Varen keep it.
I don't know. He was doing the J accent this whole time, so I'm confused on who he is right now. Anyway,
I don't know who he is either.
So wait,
We're
where
gonna let
is
that
the
guy keep it.
Stonemason?
He's literally like crisscross applesauce on the floor right next to you guys.
Yeah, I'm like, so Mickey's looking at you guys discuss this, turning over the Stonemason right next to you guys and just going,
I mean, if I'd be happy to talk to him, but I don't want to interrupt.
like, well,
Go
he's also
ahead.
just not sure you should be saying this shit right next to the Stonemason, but
But too
last
late.
time he revered
Says the guy
Stonemason, so-
who said some things in front of Onyx family. That
Mickey, if you would like his opinion, go ahead and ask your granddad, his opinion.
Good clarification there. Aiden.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
I was like, damn, okay.
No. Mickey would have literally just looked at you guys and just said, yeah, so you're planning to have Varen keep the scroll, and that's it, just looking back at the Stonemason.
If he lets us walk out of here with it, I mean, I don't see any reason.
Yeah, I mean, I
He
think
shouldn't
the
keep it.
first thing we said as a clarifier was if he's willing to part with it now, then it's a conversation we have to have.
And Mickey's still looking at the Stonemason, is gonna say, but what about the Onyx family?
Again, a conversation we have to have.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
yeah. I feel like we're not gonna come to a conclusion right now before we leave.
Maybe he can help make sure they understand that it's under a different protector or,
Or
different
that it-
ownership.
Wasn't meant for them. I don't know how that goes over.
Depending on
it's not
where
gonna
he
go
wants
over
to
well
go.
with them.
No.
We also don't have to like stay here. I don't think. And this is
I
kind of
haven't
the
tried
area
to leave
they
yet.
control. I'm pretty sure.
I'm more interested into
Also,
why
above table.
nobody else was able to do this.
Well,
I
Because
was
that,
just
but
going to ask you about that.
very importantly, above table, Varen, what about your family?
Yeah. I'm
Oh, you don't
worried
know about that.
above table because the Onyx family has a way to use this scroll.
They do?
And I'm
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm worried
Presumably.
about that because I have a bad thought that I don't want to speak and bring into existence that I think a few other people might understand where I'm getting at with this. Well, I can see why this is so useful to the Onyx family, but again, I just had to make a sacrifice.
Of,
Did you
like, just their
sacrifice?
blood?
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
And
You seem unsure.
well, I gave my blood. Maybe they just weren't the right people, I guess.
Well, while you were, like, sitting there with it, the Stonemason did say that one of them was able to attune to it and also saw scales, but said it wasn't meant for him.
All right, but
So were you told that it was meant for you, or
I wasn't told it wasn't.
that's a
mean,
nothing
that's-
statement?
Well, that's better than being told, "Hey, this is
No.
yours."
Yeah.
He said I could borrow it. The
Oh.
voice in there. He said, and yeah, Oh, it hurts to even think back on it. I can see why those people went crazy.
I mean, did you make some sort of deal or something, or just cut your hand and get a scroll?
I didn't make a deal, but
Also, like, what are you
told
are
the
you
truth.
supposed to do it now? Like, this is your job, or
I don't even know what my job's supposed to be. Do you? Did the snake?
Oh
thing?
God, no! That's why I was asking. I was hoping he gave you more clue on what a key bearer meant, because
Come on.
everybody's being cryptic with me. I don't know.
Being cryptic with you? I don't know anything. I'm not being cryptic with you. I don't know
Well,
anything.
no, not
Well-
you. I meant the gods and their emissaries.
Welcome to Gods.
I
But
mean,
it wasn't my god.
so it.
Do you still
For
feel
sure.
lucky?
Flip a
Yes.
coin.
It doesn't work like that though, Ilya. It
It
doesn't.
look like it to me.
It's not something that you just feel. Well, it is a feeling. It's
I mean,
complicated.
Well, do something that'll make it seem like you're lucky. Like, I don't know.
try flipping a coin.
Stormy goes, I said that.
All right.
Well,
Wait,
I'm
well,
just taking off
Ilya
of
said it
what you
louder, so.
I'll-
I know.
Oh, do I have my coin of Lendis still?
You left it on on the scale, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Dang.
shit.
So much for I will not take anything from you.
Well, that sounds like his fault, and not anyone else's fault.
I mean, yeah,
He's the one who put it there.
should have picked it up.
Oh, shit.
You can make a new one, right? It's not that hard.
Oh,
Do you
that
need a
wasn't
gold
that
coin,
wasn't
or
a
you-
made one. That was a real
Oh.
one.
Are you out of
Oh,
coins?
shit.
And hand you a copper piece. Here. No, I hold out a copper piece.
Thank you.
Just let's see if it works.
I'll hold the coin in my hand.
Sure.
Lendis, if you're there, let me know. And I'll flip the coin up.
Sure.
Catch
Yeah.
it and
Hold on. You flip the coin up. And as you go to catch it, it comes down so it is balanced perfectly on your hand.
What the fuck?
Well, that's weird.
oh,
I mean, that feels pretty lucky.
is that a yes? Is that a no? Is she? Are they mad at me? I don't know anymore.
Well, you were just doing a thing about balance, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be a sign of who's in your corner.
Can you do that? Can you just like switch
Swap?
gods like that?
I mean, people have done it.
You're just getting passed
Maybe
around.
it isn't
by the
always
gods?
easy, but I'm sure people have done it.
I don't like the Airtos. I don't like the idea or phrasing of just being passed around by gods.
Good. Can I insight check what Ilya just said?
Sure.
She said, I imagine it's not easy, but I think some people do it.
Sure. Make an insight check.
Come on, dice.
This is where you get
God.
got.
I know, all my fucking dice are rolling dog poo-poo. 14.
I
This isn't really a deception roll. I don't know how to roll this.
so I'm just gonna say it plainly. Ilya is not like trying to be persuasive or be coy about anything. She is just legitimately saying, like, surely there are people out there who can maybe find out worshiping one god isn't what they want, and they try to go to a different one and succeed, or maybe like
Okay, so it wasn't
they
you being
they
like,
fall so far from one religion, like someone who's, I don't fucking know, me double checking all the gods, someone who's all about like law and order, for example, and maybe becomes a criminal. Lendis might be more their route instead of Fenris. just kind
But
of
you
showing
you
examples.
weren't trying to be like, oh, someone could do it. Not me, but someone.
No, I was not trying to do that. I was not trying to
Okay.
do that.
I mean,
Well, I mean, maybe you're no longer touched by luck and you're touched by justice.
law, order. I don't
Oh,
know.
you get to a badge now.
Do you feel more balanced? And I'll give you a push.
Roll an athletics check. Yeah.
It's pretty good. 15.
Oh my god! I rolled another natural 4. That's the third one in a row.
Put that dice away.
9.
Yep.
No, that's
your
a
weights
different
are
dice
off.
every time.
Oh.
Put them all away.
Roll on a
gotta
different desk. Roll on
burn
the
my-
floor. I don't know.
Burn my apartment
Go to
down.
the store,
Jesus.
buy a new set.
I just
My
bought
God.
3 more. Stop.
Oh no.
That's not a good
Yeah.
sign.
So you don't fall over. You are not knocked prone by Airtos
Hey.
just shoving you.
Balance.
Yeah. Balance. I can see why this would be very useful for the Onyx family, but at the same time, this is just a defensive tool. Really.
Right? Isn't it like kind of only situational? If someone hasn't hurt you, it doesn't really
Do anything.
do much. But I guess it is like it's kind of an insurance policy. If like, oh, I wrote your name down, you can't hurt me otherwise. I
Right.
get you.
Well, I mean, I guess, speaking out realistically, the Soulborn are quite healthy, strong compared to most other races and peoples, so I could see an attempted assassination. No, because that even wouldn't work. It'd have to be the... You'd have to know...
You'd have to know who did it, and they would have to do enough damage to you for it to hurt them also, but not outright kill you.
Why did the
Yes,
Onyx
and kill
family-
them.
So, then either the Onyx family has a reason to use this scroll that we can't think of,
Or
Well, they
don't
wanna be
know
carebearers.
about.
or they were lied to as to what it does, because they obviously think it does something.
Well, it does do something, so they were right.
Well, yeah, but I doubt it. Doubt it. They think it does this.
I mean, do we think that they have any knowledge of a key bearer or what that means or does?
I mean, the only way
be
they
fair, they
know
are-
something about this that the Stonemason wouldn't would be if they were told, and told recently
Right,
too.
through intel rather than through science, magic.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if that's the case, then if they do know that it's a key of some kind for Fenris, then they have to have someone who they think could wield it, and then also have some reason to want that. And that means they know more about this shit than we do.
I
Or
agree.
they have no idea what it is. He was baited by Lendis to take this scroll and attune with it, and in fact, the Onyx family is just being misled here the entire time. I mean,
Yeah.
Lendis likes to play tricks.
I mean, there's a lot of possibilities that could be
No,
going on.
yeah, Lennis likes to play tricks.
And that makes sense, except that if he likes to play tricks, why would he do that and then also send Jay on this path?
Well, Jay was much more eager to get his hands on this scroll if the Onyx family wants to get their hands on the scroll.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I definitely. I mean, I owe a lot to Lendis. It's got me out of a lot of bad situations, but even for a practical joke, this seems a little extreme. And not to mention, I don't know if like being a key bearer is like a key bearer of a person or if it's just a title. But if it is, why I'd be a key bearer of Fenris, of someone that of a follower of Lendis? That doesn't make sense. It seems too convoluted.
The gods have done crazier things.
It could
Yeah,
just mean that
it-
you're
Two sides of the same
changing.
coin.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth noting that the god of balance would want someone who isn't one of his people to be his key bearer?
Oh, he wasn't necessarily too perfectly keen on it
Oh.
being me.
So you weaseled your way in.
Weaseling my way. That's no.
That's a yes.
It's not a yes. I
Well,
was truthful.
If he didn't want you to have it, how do you have it?
I don't know.
Well, so that means he wanted you to have it.
Or he was at least willing to allow you to have it.
For now. Yeah.
Right, which that's also confusing. For now, what does it serve his goals to you just have a key for a little bit?
I mean,
And then
to
when
be
you
fair,
don't have it, what happens?
if we're talking in like God timeline, like
Oh, it could be your whole life. That's true.
exactly, and it could my whole life is less than a blink of his. So I don't
Maybe
know.
you just have to prove that you're worthy of it by doing
By doing law
balance
and
things.
justice.
I don't know. To be honest.
All right. Well,
So can you just write infinite names on there? Could you just write every name of every person who you know, so that in case they hurt you, you've got a contingency plan?
Don't give him ideas.
I
No,
mean,
I'm just asking.
It's limited to a number of times a day equal to your proficiency bonus.
I can write a name, or I can
Yes.
store. And how many names can I store total?
It resets every day.
Okay.
I was about to ask if he can like store them for any.
It's not a death note in that sense. Okay.
No, yeah, it's not. Yeah, you can't. No, that would be ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I can think of more crazy. I can think of more crazy magical items, but that would be a hair nuts if you could just store infinite names and then just anytime
Every time we
something
meet
does-
somebody, what's your name again? How do you spell that? Hold on.
Especially with him having it.
Oh
That-
yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Jay Lynn Faraday. What is your name?
We can't even put J in there because we don't know if that's his first name or not.
Correct.
Well,
have
we
no
can't
idea
write
who this guy
anything
is.
on
I mean,
So-
we could. It just probably won't work.
Yeah. So Stonemason finally, after who knows how long this has been going on, stands up for a
About an
moment. This is not something that I think I will be able to replicate in a day. This possibly might not be something I will be able to replicate ever. This seems to work off of a kind of magic that is not something innate to the weave itself. It is more divine and truly
Like-
inspired by a god.
And of course, Mickey isn't saying this, but I mean, to be fair, it is a god item. What did this guy expect?
Well, I mean, there's other kinds of divine magic that have been,
Oh, really?
able. Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, look at you can master. There's certain kinds of like divinely appointed. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of what it's called. Like for example, like cleric spells. You can learn cleric spells as a non-cleric.
Yeah.
Fair point.
It's
There are
Yeah.
ways to do it.
he was hoping to be able to study the magical effects, and also a lot of normal cleric spells still fall into, say, a school of magic. This, and that. That's more what he was looking for, not necessarily. He wasn't expecting it to necessarily be a spell that he could recreate, but he was hoping to study it enough to
to get close. Yeah.
to get
replicate it.
close.
Yeah.
But this is so far outside of normal magic that it's beyond him. This is is more of what he's trying to say, at least for now. It will require further study and much patience, but At least for now, this doesn't fall into a school of magic or any other form of identifiable art formulas and things that I can recreate. What are you looking to leave with this item?
I mean,
Are you okay
eventually-
with that?
Yeah, are you? I mean, it's
Well,
technically it's not our item.
I was curious to know what this is and what it does. And while I have not had that answered, that's totally answered for me. I at least know more than I did yesterday, no more than when I started. I would be willing to say, as long as you return it, as long as you are willing to return it at some point, I see no reason why I could not lend it out to you for a time.
Plus, this maybe
Lend
works
it
as like
to him.
field testing. You know, we might be able to gain knowledge
Stress test.
about it.
That is true. Any and all knowledge you do acquire about it would be appreciated.
There is some things that we need to discuss in that, if that's what you want to have done with it.
I am amenable to this.
So, excuse me. I'm terrified of where this will end up. Right? I mean, I think that's like now that we know what it does and all the stuff with it.
Less, but just to be fair, we can't figure out how the hell they would use it. But if it's only to prevent assassinations, like okay, fair game. Like
I
I
will
feel
say,
like there's more to it.
Mr. Stonemason, if it stays here or wherever it ends up, it is going to be the target of the Onyx family. And
It is unfortunate that they do so sync to their more base inclinations and desires. After all, what is the point of being a superior people if we let ourselves be dragged down with the more commons?
so as a result, it might be safer here for a short term period until, I don't know.
Lady Powder will be upset. Mickey's gonna chime in.
Well,
Well,
our job was to have a
Kind of
conversation.
looking a
We
little
weren't.
sorry.
and the
We didn't come here to
conversation-
do it. We came here to have a conversation.
And
That's
our
it.
conversation isn't finished.
Fair point. Well, Mickey's not saying it. He's just kind of like a little. He's murmuring to himself, kind of. You know, he's looking
And
a
I
little
was just
guilty.
making the reminder that we didn't agree to give it to them. We just came here to talk with them. That was our job for Powder. Come here and talk with him. Nothing more, nothing less.
I think we leave it here for now.
Oh,
Are you certain about that?
I'm not certain of anything.
I mean, they made it fairly clear they will do what they find necessary to get the thing.
And Travler
Um,
will screw us.
Okay.
Well,
Alright.
that's
Mr.
out of
Not a
character
question.
conversation.
Yeah.
Mr.
Travler
Stonemason.
will let this bite us.
Let me know if this is not an okay idea, and I apologize if it is not okay, and I'm bringing it up. What if we took it to field test it for you and get knowledge for a time, but you pretended like it was still here?
maybe make a
Ooh.
fake.
Yeah, or like we could maybe it's off to be studied somewhere else, something like that, like where you're outsourcing your research.
I am always amenable. I understand the need for politicking and such, even if I do not like it.
I don't want to speak for the group, but I feel like that's the best option. If we could,
I was the leader of the Grand Directorate for a while. I do understand that sometimes subterfuge and such is necessary, and I think that in this case it is an appropriate response.
Oh, the stonemason's so goated.
He's been
Mickey
pretty,
says that out loud.
He has above table, obviously. He has been pretty sick so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
However,
Um,
I do hope you understand that if you do lose this item, or if, say, you don't return it to me, do you understand what that would mean for you?
I think I do, and I, as honest as I always am, I don't think we have any intentions of trying to hoodwink you.
oh,
Agreed.
Well, all right then. If you're sure, I will.
Baron?
He kind of snaps his fingers and just goes, "Excuse me, can you bring me a scroll that will look similar?" And his butler's kind of, "Right, master, I can do that for you real quick." Kind of waddle off real quick. I can very easily enchant something that will look fairly similar to this effect. Should not be a problem. It won't have any other effects, mind you, but it is all good. It is all right.
I don't know how that breaks down if someone does try and
I mean, if they can't attune to it, then they couldn't attune to it anyways.
that's
Mickey
Point.
is going to suggest to the party, in no uncertain terms, perhaps we should tell the Onyx family that we've successfully managed to negotiate a deal with the Stonemason, and that he is currently wrapping up his studies of the scroll after having successfully attuned to it.
I don't feel that's a great idea, but I won't stop you. I don't think we should even really have this discussion with them at all.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I mean,
didn't
we
agree
are
to
not
anything.
going to be able to leave this town without talking to them.
Well,
I mean, it's not
That's
really our
Not
scroll.
real deal.
I think it's probably known to them that we came here to talk, and I think it's
Yeah, but
completely
I'm pretty
plausible
sure
that
they're-
the stonemason says, "No, I'm not willing," and we're
Oh,
done.
Okay.
You know that we're not gonna. What are we gonna do?
And we're not stupid enough to do anything crazy to try
Right.
and get it.
I feel like you
so-
said that looking at Drew. I'm just...
No, I mean,
I
who did you
am
say
having
this to?
a panic attack.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to leave here with it?
They are.
That is what you have decided. Excellent.
Sounds like
And
Mickey responds that they are. And Mickey is going to make a request to the Stonemason. Oh great Stonemason, father of all automaton, I likely do not have long, and I have no idea what death is. However, I know it will be the end of my research into life. And I have one last request. May I be in your service to show my worth?
He'll kind of get down. Actually, you're 6 feet now, so he doesn't have to like bend over. But he'll get down on it.
Oh, I just realized Nikki is taller than Stormy. Stormy's only like 5'6".
Yeah,
Oh,
he is taller than
Uh,
some of us.
Come on, this was
Perfect.
supposed to be a touching moment.
it is.
He'll drop down to a knee and look at you and just say, "Well, little automaton, I can think of many things that you and I could research together, if that is your choice. If you
It
wish."
certainly is. Oh, great Stonemason.
Um.
Well then,
uh.
would
Mickey?
you like to say your goodbyes?
What?
And
Or
Mickey's
rather,
gonna turn to the party and say his goodbyes. He
Well-
feels he is no longer worthy.
Oh,
and
so
any
this is how you
vote
get your
this-
paladin.
Yeah, this is how my ballot.
What a
I'm
stupid joke.
no longer worthy to be in the service of Powder. I have intentionally deceived her. And this is the
You
best
haven't said
opportunity.
anything to her.
Mickey's so goddamn stupid to not realize that right now what we're doing is in direct violation of what Lady Powder wants. I'm going along with it because Mickey views you guys as his friends. And so he's willing to do this. But it really hurts him. And so this is his way of kind of atoning, but also moving up. He's working for the Stonemason now. That's like working for Google. That's a good job. That's like he's paradise.
Well, I mean, Mickey,
And
we're
given the opportunity, yeah, he's gonna seize it. This is his life's goal right here. He's an automaton in the service of the great Stonemason. That's like Drew, Varen finding his family, reuniting, becoming wealthy, and being able to retire to a nice countryside. It's everything he's wanted.
So we're sending Mickey to the farm, is what you're
Well,
saying.
Mickey, we're not.
I mean,
We're not. I mean, you may stay here, but I mean, we're not done. This isn't like. Do you not want to see us again?
You're your own person. No matter what your programming makes you think, you are your own person.
I mean,
You've made your own decisions, even though we haven't told you to do stuff.
Also, Lady
Many
Powder
times, actually.
wanted us to,
That's
she wanted us to
exact-
talk to the Stonemason about if he was amicable giving it to the Onyx family, and he wasn't. He was amicable giving it to us. That's not going against what she asked us to do.
anything less than the most faithful attempt to get the scroll was a betrayal, in Mickey's eyes. And in addition to that, I mean, once again, it's the Stonemason. This is literally his life's goal right here. Like, this is the beautiful farm in the pasture. I don't know how long Mickey has left to live. This is the exact best place for Mickey to end his life. To spend his last few moments. Plus, I really don't know how long I have left. It's like a couple of days, so...
days, but it's not horribly long.
Yeah, this is the best ending.
Boom!
It's
Surprise.
I
either
don't know how
Yeah,
long
that would
he
be
has.
Dramatic as fuck.
This is the best ending.
What?
Uh,
Well, you'll still be
This
here.
is what
I mean,
you want.
I mean, you still
I have your gold.
be here
Just
to
kidding, that
like
wasn't in character.
help us with this scroll. I mean, you're not like you're not ditching out on us before we finish this, are you?
I feel I will never see the completion of this quest.
So, like, goodbye forever?
Unless our research leads somewhere different, it's goodbye forever.
Well, that's unfortunate to hear. But if this is the choice you want to make, I can't stop you. Even if it's not something, wrote about.
God, this was supposed to be a way more touching moment, and then that 6
Oh,
feet
it's
line
touching.
really fucking it. But yeah, Mickey's aware. He doesn't understand the cons of death. He just knows it's going to be the end, and this is what he'd want to spend his last days doing.
Because as a note, if you've been keeping up with the timeline, yeah, Mickey does only have, at most, a couple of months left to live right now.
1 month. I thought we had like 1 month, and it's been stretched pretty long.
It's, like I said, I haven't really decided on exactly how the weird time-sharing thing has gone, so... Plus, nobody's ever given you a direct, hey, you're dying on this day.
November 16th at
Yeah,
4:30
exactly.
p.m.
Nobody can tell you
You're right.
exactly. So, like I said, somewhere between a month to maybe a couple, depending on just conditions notwithstanding.
Circumstances, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so realistically, I was probably not making it far off of Ustreki.
Oh, that would have sucked
But,
out in the middle of the ocean on a ship.
And then above table, for everyone who's probably already caught on, I do have another character. It was the character I originally wanted to make, but Drew told me we already had a druid, so I couldn't make a druid, and now I'm actually going into a druid.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes, it was your fault.
All right. Let's do this later. I don't remember this. I'm being gaslit in game, out of game. I'm being gaslit by
called out,
gods. It's
I
a little bit too
called
much.
you out.
3 different versions of you are being gaslit.
Or
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Hell yeah.
I'm waiting for the last
Hell yeah.
one.
triple G's.
I'm
Oh.
Girl
waiting for
boss
the
is
last
coming.
one.
Alwyn's got to come back
Oh,
at
the
some
girl
point.
boss?
Girl
Yeah, the
boss?
girl boss is certainly coming soon.
I think we all understand above the table what is going on. I think we were just trying to discuss it as characters.
All right. Well, fuck.
And also, Mickey knows that if he dies right next to fucking Varen, considering how unstable he is, he's not really sure what'll happen.
I feel like Gale would
Truly
climb out of
abandoning
my
him.
backpack after you've said your piece. Gale's going to come out and she's going to give you a hug.
I'm gonna hug her back.
Aw.
Aw.
Touching moment. I'll
If,
miss Gale the most.
Wow. Wow.
Raph, you just look
sheds a
disappointed.
single tear.
Yeah, Rat
You know what?
second most. I like Gale the most, though. Little dragon. I was gonna ride him. If I hadn't grown longer.
Her.
Her.
God.
Tiny little lady. Well, not so tiny. Yep.
2 more levels. She won't be so tiny.
So yeah, you
Fair enough.
guys,
Look at
you
Mickey
guys
and
stay your
just
peak.
nod.
Mickey's gonna wave goodbye as they walk out the building.
All right. And you guys walk out and doors
As
shut.
we're leaving,
Sure.
I want to give the scroll to Ilya and tell her to put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, sure. Man.
I will take the scroll and put it in the bag of holding.
And now I get to ditch you
I'll
guys
make
for
sure
this
I'm
fight.
standing right
Oh
next to
boy.
Baron when I do it. Just
I hope you hit it.
Okay.
But
So
I mean, it's
my
going to a
God.
bag of holding. It's going to be very hidden.
no. As a note, so yeah, you guys look as the doors are swinging shut. You see the stonemason kind of like reach down, and start examining Mickey's chest back into that space where he, once again, it's kind of like his very clearly focusing on not that, not anything but his work at the moment face, and the doors swing shut. Yeah, looking outwards, you see good old, oh boy, what did I name him again? Bill?
Chet. It wasn't Chad, but I felt
Bill,
like
Bill.
I want to say it was Greg.
Greg.
It was
Harry.
Greg. Yep.
Greg.
Greg.
Harry.
Yeah, it was.
You do
it
see
was
Greg
Greg.
still on the
Greg, yeah.
corner of the same corner.
I am going to go over to Greg, and I'm going to give him a copper and a gold.
Don't fuck up the signal.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'll look down to him. I hope to see you again on better days.
Kindness is much appreciated, stranger. Little,
And-
little wink and a nod and all that.
Yeah. I'm gonna move back to the group.
Okay.
I just gave them mixed signals. So I think we need to head over to the Drowned Concord. All of us. What we have left. There's no point in trying to hide it anymore. We're down one person and we have the information right now.
I mean, I think it's that and get the fuck out of here.
I do think we need to not be here for very long.
They are our best chance of getting out of this city.
If you think that they're gonna let us, let's do it.
Yeah.
So,
Also, you notice that Ertos is his demeanor is very curt right now. He is pissed
Yeah.
about Mickey leaving, and it's not something he is hiding.
Can I roll an insight check on Ertos? Actually,
sure. I mean, he said he's not hiding, so I can't.
No,
imagine.
I meant more so the reason. Like, is he pissed that just
Sure.
Mickey quote abandoned us, or is he just upset that Mickey is now no longer with us?
But say, Gale
Like,
will
more
see that you're
reason.
visibly upset and try to get on your shoulder to comfort you.
19 Ertos.
Let's take a look
I'm
at
gonna
this.
message you.
Would you say 19, Ilya?
I got a 19. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so,
All right.
okay.
Good to know.
And Gale is trying to cuddle with you to make you feel better.
That's fine. I don't stop it. I'm just. It's
Good.
not.
She wasn't going to stop
reciprocated
anyway.
Uh,
How does the thing go? I'm an intensive care bear or whatever it is.
An intensive care. I've never heard that before, but I'm going to use that.
Yeah,
That is
it's a meme
great.
I see all the time. It's like when you're good at giving tough love, I'm an intensive care bear.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm weird. Sorry.
I
don't
mean,
know.
we all are. We play
Well,
D&D.
That's true. We are here playing D&D on a Wednesday night. Nobody's normal here. All right. I don't know why I brought up that it was Wednesday. Like, that makes it weirder.
Wednesday, my
That's
dude.
so much weirder.
Oh my
It's
Playing on
it
a
is
Friday,
weird.
On a
normie.
Wednesday?
On a
Wednesday, you're
Wednesday.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, Wednesdays
It'd
are
only be
the
worse if you were
first
playing on a
day.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Huh.
What kind of weirdo plays on a Thursday?
Only the
So-
yeah.
I will
As
say,
you guys are... Oh, yes.
as Ilya kind of looks at Erzo, she just stays next to him and kind of pats him on the back. Stays next to him.
So, as you guys are walking through the streets, make me a perception check real quick.
Uh-oh.
Traveler,
Yeah?
if I am perceiving
Ooh.
the people I think I might be perceiving, would I be able to get advantage on this? Because
No.
Let this fucking
Okay.
die.
I got a
No, fuck you.
23.
No.
22.
Ooh,
That's 23.
22.
Nice. Hell yeah. You ain't sneaking up on us this time, Traveler.
Natural 20.
Oh, I'm
This
sorry.
dice is
for
rolling real good today.
Yeah, well, I got a 17 on the die, so I mean,
I guess. Oh, we have the same modifiers. I have a 16.
Natural 20 for 22.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
So,
Mickey, what you roll?
Yeah.
Too soon.
Wait until next week to say that.
The
right?
I am the only one who can do it. I am the only one who has switched out of character already.
That's
Yeah,
all. That's
we
fair.
get to
That's-
bully Nick now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Getting-
more than we already did
Oh,
for the
there-
long
yeah.
leg.
There's gonna be. I'm not gonna.
In the
So,
interim, while he doesn't have a character.
As you guys are.
Yeah.
Let
bully
me
me now.
deafen him real quick. Let me deafen him. Just
Yeah.
Aw.
You're in the forever box.
as
Mute.
as you guys are walking down the street, Varen, you hear from behind you a woman call out. Well, shoot. Or that's not the right accent. Excuse me. Well, isn't this a funny place to run into each other?
Is that? I'm gonna turn around.
You see Alwyn standing there behind you.
Did you you already make it back from your job?
Had a bit of trouble, but nothing I couldn't handle.
Yeah.
How is things going with you?
Insight check.
Sure.
Ditto. I want to know if she's gonna attack us.
This is
Awesome.
an owl.
Same. Oh damn! I got an 11.
I got a 12.
I got a 22.
I'm not gonna luck, but low ish, like in the middle 15s.
Middle 15s.
So sorry. What did everybody roll?
7.
An
Well-
11.
11, 17, and a
12.
I got a
12. Okay.
and a 22 from Airtos.
A 22 from Airtos. Okay.
One of us is
Airtos,
paying
she.
attention.
Yeah, no, she's definitely in a not so subtle way trying to see exactly how your guys' job went. I'll say that. She does seem a bit off. I'll definitely say that.
Does she look injured or anything, or just like normal?
No, she just looks like normal.
Okay.
Still still just kind of walking up to you guys like. Has it been a good couple of days for you? Productive, one might say.
Any chance we could walk and talk?
Well, I'm already walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking backwards, like matching her pace.
Sure, yeah, she just keeps walking.
Successful? Well, I mean, mildly, you could say. We still have our business isn't quite finished. That whole deal.
Roll me a deception check.
Sure fucking will. My character's good for fucking anything. Luck.
I could do this. I need luck.
I'm proficient.
Oh, it's just not as high as I would have wanted.
I'm proficient.
All right, that's better. 24.
A 24. Okay.
She has a
Alright.
plus 24 to her.
Jesus.
So she kind of looks you guys over and just goes, "Business can take time. I understand. Although I did learn a little something. I did learn something interesting. If you would mind, one final lesson, if you will."
Is this the right place to be talking about things and teaching each other lessons? Maybe we could go somewhere private.
I'm going to cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself and cast Invisibility onto Ilya. Or no, I'm going to cast... I'll just cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself and activate my Poison Dagger.
Okay.
What?
Kinetic Jaunt is like
Bonus
a spell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the second you do, a
Jesus.
familiar voice
Mm-hmm.
sounds. You always were a clever kid. And a pair of lightning-like thunderbolts erupt from around Ilya's kneecaps.
Fucking Unabo!
God damn it.
Your AC.
You're not here.
Yeah, you're
What
not
is
there.
your-
You're
Shut the hell up.
not here. You abandoned us. To this
Yeah,
day.
oh,
You
you're
don't-
You're
muted.
inside the
Nick,
door behind us,
Nick,
and
you're
you don't
muted.
hear this.
Yeah, you're
You don't
muted.
get to gloat about being
What
right.
is your AC?
Wait, whose?
Jay.
Oh, thank God.
15.
Okay, so that is a 24 and a 17.
Silvery barbs.
Sure.
I cast
Into a
Sanctuary on
13,
him.
so that's 20. Not yet.
All right.
Damn it.
Don't have enough D10s for this.
Reactionary sanctuary. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I'm sorry. Did you say you don't have enough D10s for this?
Well, not for
He
both.
did. He
I have
did
enough,
say
He only
that.
has
I have
3.
enough
It's
for
fine.
one. I have enough for one, just not for both.
Oh, okay. So 2 new characters next episode. Got it.
3. Didn't you say that it
maybe
attacked
all new
Ilya?
characters?
So take no, these are both. So take 27 points of lightning damage,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
and
Please tell me no one in this party does
no.
Radiant.
oh no!
I knew it. I knew Jay was going to die today.
So, what's happening?
33 points of thunder
Fucking
damage
yikes, dude!
on 4 D10s. What the fuck?
He's done. You're out.
I just rolled
Yeah.
2 10s, a 7, and a 6 for the thunder. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm out.
Okay. And that's how we're gonna end today's
Oh
session.
my god.
Oh my
Bro.
fucking god!
Jesus Christ.
It is. This is all recorded.
On the record, yeah, you. Oh.
Well-
No. Did everybody have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna unmute Nick now. All right.
I had a great time. Drew, on the other hand,
Not anymore, for sure.
I didn't think that. I really didn't think he was gonna. Yeah, no, I just rolled very, very well on.
So, are you downed, Drew?
We're
Well,
choosing
yeah,
a
no,
hell of
I'm
a time to
unconscious.
stop.
I'm unconscious.
Okay, so the rest of this fight is literally going to be Ilya, Airtos, and Stormy for right now.
That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be
Yep.
fun. Okay.
Hey, it's just the two of them. It's just the two of them, I think. I hope. God, please say it's the two of them.
Well,
Almost
I
for
don't.
the family. Drew.
Ew.
Who's the real family? Us.
Isn't it
Yeah.
just Uniform?
Says the guy who just left.
Yeah. You
Hey,
don't have
I was
standing.
dying.
No, you don't have standing. You don't
I
have standing.
didn't dying.
To be fair, I didn't know he was gonna do that. My plan was to have Unipo hit him first and just fucking wipe him and have that be a thing. But then he
Damn.
decided to duck out anyways, and I was like, well, alright, that works. That's fine.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
I'm so
Okay.
vindicated that this fucking badger, all the shit, it's back. He's back,
Yep.
and it's on camera
I called
this
it.
time.
He's back and he's better than
called it.
ever.
to be
Hey,
fair,
do you want to make friends
my
with this guy?
ducking out-
Shut
my
up.
ducking out makes
Dylan,
a
I
better
don't need
death.
this right with this. By the
Just
way,
let
in
me
that
see
Stars
by
in
the
that
way,
number
Drew.
campaign, if I see a badger, I'm putting it down.
I'm gonna make.
I'm gonna befriend it though.
Main villain needs to be a badger now. Mega badger race. It's the main villain race.
Yeah, Traveler, I had fun.
I had fun.
That it was fun. Yes.
It was great.
It was fun while it lasted anyway.
So we
I
all
will be
level,
getting the
right?
2 new players we'll have.
We're gonna level up
Yeah,
before the combat,
The
right?
three of
Yeah.
you guys level.
right.
Let's
That's what's
level.
happening.
Mickey levels up too.
That was scary
And that-
because, fun fact, if Ilya didn't heal me there, I was
That would've been-
almost straight up instantly dead.
Thank God I healed you.
Yeah. How much
Once
is your
again,
total HP anyway?
Don't
Would it be
get
too
me
hard to
wrong.
rework?
47 is my total HP.
Don't get me wrong.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the fact that he hit both, which is pretty solid, and then I just rolled enormously well on 4d10.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
8d10
36 on. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that's
I got
a crazy
33
damage
on,
anyway.
yeah, I got
so-
33 and 27, which both of which are far above the average.
I'm gonna be
Woof.
feeling like a motherfucker at the moment combat starts.
Oh god.
yeah, I don't have. I was like, oh wait, I think I have like healing
It's-
word. The bonus action
it's-
healed. No.
Adorable that you think you can. Or you'll
I
get
do. I do. I have the spells. It's right here.
Yeah, I have.
It's right-
cure
it says right
wounds.
here,
It
cure
says
wounds. I have
healing.
all my spell slots aside from one. I think I can heal. It might not work,
No,
but
that is true. That is true. Somatic components are part of, or verbal. Sorry, excuse me. Verbal.
Shut up. No, because they were literally yelling at me, "Hey, did you prepare silence?" No, I didn't. I didn't prepare it, guys. I didn't because
That's okay.
I didn't think about it.
You know
Could've
what?
said this
doesn't-
earlier.
You know what doesn't require
Thanks.
a verbal component? Drinking a health potion.
I don't
That's
have any of
true.
those either. I don't have any
How
of those.
many of those we have?
0.
I don't have any.
I don't
don't.
have any.
I have a snake.
It's okay.
I
We
could-
have a
I could
week
give
to
him some
plan.
rations.
Traveler,
We
I
have a week
cannot
to plan.
I cannot describe to you how lucky you are that I don't have that dragon potion. I
Oh, you
cannot.
have-
I cannot
Yeah.
describe to you. I cannot. It will.
You think you'd use it right now just because of Unipo showing up?
Yes.
Oh,
100%.
Jesus.
You're
I
a
mean-
man.
Good
So
thing
here's the
somebody
thing.
took that grenade from you. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. Yes, I hate Unipo, but aside from my hatred from Unipo, I know now. We know enough from what we were told by Locklier and all that. This man is like really, 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 really evil. Like, aside from my hatred for him, like antithesis
Oh,
of
yeah.
the gods type
Wait.
evil.
Yeah.
This is
Wait,
yes.
so isn't your mentor helping him?
Huh?
Huh?
No.
Was he disguised self, or was that your mentor helping him?
No, that was not Allwind.
Okay.
No.
What did he
I
roll
misunderstood.
for his deception?
Well, it's his disguised self, right?
Oh, for the insight,
Yeah.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay, so I wasn't a strong enough success to learn. Oh yeah, this is Unipo.
It wasn't quite enough that it's like, oh, here's his whole, But I
Yeah,
was like, okay, you definitely know something is weird.
Yeah.
This
But
is
I
not
don't know Alwyn well enough to
Exactly.
know how to respond
See,
to
now,
that.
if Drew had rolled a natural, a dirty 20, I would have been like, "This is not your mentor." But you,
I mean,
you
I
read this
knew
woman right?
something was wrong inherent. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
I didn't know what. But
Real life, you knew
especially
it. Something
one
wrong.
last
I've had
lesson,
that vibe all night.
That's
No.
that's those. I mean, those are obvious fucking trigger words.
Oh yeah. One last lesson. That was him fucking around.
Hey, Traveler, I have 2 questions for you.
Sure.
Actually.
One,
first
where do you
question-
get the nerve?
Yeah.
No, well, that's
The
my
Three
audacity.
questions.
three questions. How do you have the nerve to do that? But
The
second
audacity.
question, should we have backup characters ready? Just just in case.
Don't
Like in all
strong is Unipo?
reality.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how
Okay.
likely is it that we should have
On
something
a
ready?
scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 3. No,
Okay,
what-
I'll just
hold
have
on,
something
hold on,
ready.
hold on. Let me ask
It
Who's
you.
really
asking the
depends on
question?
choices.
Time out. As I'd say, for one, it depends on if we're talking about you or everybody.
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 And for 2, are we saying one is in like
No,
no,
we don't.
race,
No,
like
you
one
don't. You don't need a
row?
backup character.
10 is high.
yes. You
10?
should
Okay,
make.
then
10 is you should make a
invert
few
it.
backup
Invert
characters.
it like a
Right
7.
now.
Invert it like a
Oh.
7.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
okay.
bad.
But
Yeah, that's a
Can you make it a
70%
three
Can you,
again?
chance
can
of
you invert
That's-
it again?
That's for everyone. What about for
what about?
Ilya?
Yeah.
For
Again,
Lilith?
I
for
feel like
Lilith
Stormy's is a
individual-
3.
For me,
Stormy's is a 3, yes.
Hey, this isn't my
That's
back.
the
Hey, this
problem
isn't my
with
background. My backstory guy. I don't need a backup character. It's not my problem.
No.
All right,
Right,
that's
don't
his
kill
problem.
me. This
No,
isn't my
this
thing.
is- yeah.
Let my own
And
people kill
to
me.
be fair, I will say this: Ertos has been instructed as to what to do.
Does he remember? I.e., do I remember?
I don't
Oh,
remember, so I don't know
yeah.
if
I
it's
think
I
I
feel like
remember
I
having this
remember, but-
conversation. I remember having this conversation, and I remember thinking, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that."
Oh, great!
what? I'm so confused.
Oh, I know.
shit.
I know
Private
what the
thing?
conversation was. God damn you.
Was this a private thing?
No.
No,
No.
it was in the tavern thing. He was just like, "Leave me," you know.
Yeah.
It was classic
Oh,
Baron.
Baron-
moody bullshit.
Right, yeah.
But yeah.
We'll have
Now-
to wait till next week to find out.
Now you, yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Now
But
find out
also,
next-
like,
Fool's Hope.
we will find out. Yeah, who said the thing?
Me.
Good.
I hope
I'm
you guys
glad.
are ready.
I'm not ready.
I'm
I was
ready.
born
Let's do it
ready.
now. Yeah, let's do
See,
it now.
I-
Let's
Whatever.
not do it now.
I'm
rolling
ready
this
right now.
it's-
Fuck
it's
it.
Some of us
almost
have
11
to go to sleep at
Fuck it,
some
we
I
ball.
was
point.
about
We
to say
can
it's
walk to
11
contribute to
o'clock
this.
here. I need sleepy.
No, you don't.
Oh my god.
I have a toddler. I need
I have to
sleep.
be awake.
I
in
am
I
eating.
have to live
hours.
with this for a week.
We all
Yeah.
do.
I mean,
How do you
could
think
do
I
that.
felt when Traveler stabbed me and said, "Okay, see you later"? Like,
Let's
Well,
let's see
painful,
how many
painfully.
people are gonna join me in
What?
remaking their character.
What can I say? I like cliffhangers.
it's okay.
Oh.
It keeps us interested.
Traveler, my
Means
third
we
question.
can't get
Did
it.
you have fun?
Oh, I
Did
had
you
a
have-
blast.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
sure.
bet you
What
did.
was your favorite
I
I
bet
bet
you
you
moment?
did.
The
fucking
last
did,
part?
huh?
Yeah, you're sitting on Unipo for so fucking long.
My favorite man. You have no. Here's the thing. You're going nuts now. You don't
don't.
even know all of it yet.
No.
I don't want to know
Don't
all of it. It'll make me
Don't say
sad.
that. Don't
Come
say
on,
that.
Wilbur.
That's
I can't make my
Cursed.
insight any better, Traveler. Come on.
You can get advantage. Oh,
It's
if we
already
had
at
a bard,
+10.
if we had a bard, we could get some bardic
That'd have been
inspiration.
Yeah,
so
look at
nice
this
if we
guy.
had a bard.
Look at this guy abandoning us.
I mean,
I love
One's
that
knocked
you guys
out, the
are
other one is
joking about
inside.
bards,
I
and
am-
one bard was there while he was conscious.
I am a bard. By the way.
I know,
you're
he's
dead. You're
unconscious. He
unconscious.
can't give
You're
me a
useless.
bardic inspiration.
Yeah, but I'm almost dead. So.
Yeah, you're basically useless.
Yeah.
If anything,
Basically.
I'm gonna pick you up and use you as an improvised weapon, and that will be your your use in this battle.
Hey. It is what it is.
That's how you'd want to go. I think that's
No.
how Varen would want to go.
The actual
Right.
favorite part was getting to roleplay my ancient autistic fucking soul boy that I made.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you were talking about me for a second.
Yeah, whoa, where are we going with
How
this?
did I do?
Whoa.
No, ancient. I mean, I feel like I fit the bill.
Oh.
Listen, if we're
Same.
talking about how your body feels, I am
Whoa.
I am
mean,
the stonemason. That
I
that
don't
is-
know.
Don't
how
say
your
that
body
because that
feels,
just makes us
but-
all seem
You
much
can
worse by
know.
comparison.
Yeah.
Boy, would I like to know how your
No,
body feels.
The army fucked up my back.
All right, Aiden.
That's all I mean. My back
Jesus.
hurts in the mornings, and at the nights, and all the time. All right.
All right. Well.
Yay.
Right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you guys will join us for my panic attack and the eventual. Well, the problem that we're going to try to resolve next week
Nah,
as we
if you're
fight
gonna skip an
Unipo
episode next week.
again.
well, hopefully,
Once again, I
least
did warn.
the rest of us will survive.
You be quiet.
Maybe.
Hey, legs, be quiet.
Legs doesn't exist
I'm not
anymore.
legs
Yeah, he's
anymore.
dead to us.
Legs is
Those
Yeah,
dead.
legs
he's
are
dead.
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 I'm the ghost.
Those legs are made for
What?
walking, and
It's
they
going to
walked
be
away.
very. It's going to be very
I
interesting
saved my
seeing how this party works with 3 members in it for a while.
Hey, shut.
Damn.
Poorly.
Damn.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, you're
Three
dead.
bodies and a corpse.
Yeah.
To be fair, Mickey saved himself. If he had gone out with you, he would be dead.
That-
And maybe
Traveler did
Varen
say
would
that.
die.
You're dead
That was-
anyways.
Exactly my plan. Yes.
So to be fair, all I did was cause Varen to die.
What a
Yep.
surprise.
Ah, that's different.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, man.
It's
So
so
same,
much
same.
better
Got
that
it.
Varen is dying to Unipo because the rivalry is just a work of art.
The thematic.
Yeah, it's the story. Mhm.
The story of it all.
All right.
Ooh.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week for the
Yeet.
craziness that this is.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Yeet.
Go
Bye.
piss in peace.